January 6th. In today's reading, God speaks to Abram for the fifth time, this time in a Christophany, a physical manifestation of a pre-incarnate Christ, accompanied by two angels. God tells Abram that within 1 year, he and Sarai will be parents to a son. We read the account of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, followed by an encounter with Abimelech, a regional ruler of the area. God has just revealed that within a year, Sarai will have Abram's child. And so now, out of fear, Abram offers up Sarai to another man. Instead of acting in faith and believing God's promises, he cowers in fear. Worried that Abimelech would hurt him and take Sarah by force, Abram tells a half-truth. Yes, Sarai is his half-sister, but she's also his wife. Abram's actions are deceitful, and his cowardice could have jeopardized God's plan. God had a very specific plan, and Abraham was not cooperating with it. Abraham was putting it at risk. Clearly, this is not Abram's finest hour. And so God steps in and rescues everyone involved. By appearing to Abimelech in a dream, God ensures that the purity of Sarah and Abram's union is preserved. Today's reading reminds us that everyone, even the greatest of men and women, will fail. Abram's lack of courage and his willingness to compromise his greatest dream is all too familiar. It could have thwarted all that God had wanted to do in and through him. But, as we will see repeatedly in Scripture, God is gracious. And despite Abram's cowardice, God rescues them and delivers on his promise. Within the year, God does indeed grant them a son. Isaac is born. Poor decisions can derail our hopes and dreams. Sometimes our poor decisions can be life-altering. Sometimes God will let us experience the full ramifications of our decisions. But God is also very gracious. And many times, when we make life-altering mistakes, His grace can be seen even more clearly. He can, and sometimes will, rescue even the most foolish of us from our bad choices. Here's today's application. Have you ever blown it? Or maybe a more accurate question should be, how long has it been since you've blown it? If you're bothered by your past, you don't have to beat yourself up. God's desire is that you lay your disappointment at His feet and that you walk in freedom from guilt and condemnation. Sound too good to be true? It is possible. Press into Him today. Now here's today's prayer.